Yeah, I got Tiffany Welch over here to my right. She's correctional Christy tonight, technical Tanya, technical Tiffany. But no, I'm just kidding. She said 5 years, not quite 6. But CJ Howell, he's 18 years old and 145 days of the good here. But Howell, obviously, it's hard to say the young man's in his prime already. I mean, I think Justin Whitehead's probably still in his prime. You think about all the great years of racing. You think in 10 years he'll be 28 years old, and obviously he'll still be in the prime of his career. This young man has a lot of races and checkered flags to snag in his future for sure.
And, of course, we've got the 9th annual King of the Hill coming up in 2 weekends. Obviously, Justin Whitehead, the only repeat winner of that event. He's won it 3 times. Kyle Cummings took the crown 2 years ago in 2021. Neil Kemp was the winner in 2020. Those are the only 3 guys that you could expect to be in the field that have won a King of the Hill in the past. And you've got to imagine that this youngster, 7 wins, looking for his 8th here tonight. You've got to imagine the 2-car of C.J. Howell is going to be very much in the mix for the King of the Hill.
Undeniably a favorite coming into the race. Probably could be the favorite coming in this year to Boot Hill to win $10,000 for C.J. Howell. Can he get the job done on this Friday night? As it'll be Hatton and John Parker Jr. on the restart. We go at full throat in the turn number 1 on the restart. How about Daniel Jones breaking inside of the top 5 now? He was not having the run he was looking for earlier. He's up to 4th now, disposing the 15 next to Wyatt, relegates him to 5th. The white flag. Sorry, Josh.
Side by side for the 2nd spot as the white flag waves. The 2 of C.J. Howell leads them. Take us to the checkered, Zach.
They'll hustle off in a 1 and 2 for the final time. Anything would have happened here. I believe it's all C.J. Howell all the time as they'll send it down the back straightaway to turn number 3. He'll set his sights on it and the checkered flag that awaits. Off of turn number 4. His 8th win of 2023 comes tonight here on a Friday. C.J. Howell back to victory lane in car number 2 in that Force chassis.
John Parker Jr. will finish in the 2nd spot with Chase Hatton in 3rd. Dakota Wyatt 4th. Daniel Jones will round out the top 5.
Well, folks, we were talking about it throughout this race. It's hard-pressed to say this young man, 18 years old, C.J. Howell, not a major threat to take home $10,000 up in Greenwood, Louisiana at Boot Hill Speedway in 2 weeks for the 9th running of the King of the Hill. His 2nd consecutive victory here on a Friday night, his 8th win of 2023 for the Ball Louisiana racer. His 8 power plant barking like a big dog underneath the hood in that Force race car. For the Hunter and the Beck Attorneys Big Team Motorsports. Number 2, how about a hand for Ball Louisiana? C.J. Howell in car number 2. CJ, this is your 2nd consecutive victory, your 8th of 2023, and this racetrack was much different than what you saw here last Friday night. How'd you carve like a hot knife through butter there to the race lead from 5th to the race lead there on the opening couple of laps?
Man, shoot, this hammer down racetrack stuff has kind of been kicking my butt also here lately, and made some changes this week, and I guess it worked to the good. So we got a pretty decent dry slick setup and a pretty decent hooked up setup.
Pretty long green flag run there at the midpoint of the race. Ross Cook ran you down. Did you ever feel any pressure before that last caution came out with 4 laps to go?
I thought I heard someone there, but I really wasn't sure. I was just trying to protect and trying to keep my stuff from running warm. But sure, I never heard him.
I know you got a couple more races to contend before you head to Boot Hill for $10,000 in a couple of weeks, but how confident are you that you can go up there, contend and perhaps get a victory and grab $10,000 out of Greenwood, Louisiana in a few weeks?
Sure, it really does mean a lot. Sure, all my family, me, everybody that helps me, we've been working hard all year, some of last year, and we've been working hard. And this car here is going to be off next weekend. I'm going to run tomorrow at Super B or Architects, wherever I decide to go. And like I said, next week I'll be off with it, and I'll be debuting another Force chassis, number 2, for a good friend of mine.
Racetrack was really fast, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Here's everybody that helps you out in this race car.
Affordable Cleaning Team, Hunter and Beck Attorneys, Club 20 Suspension, 8 Engines, Kevin and Brandon Hightower, my Uncle Rodney, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my Paul Jackie, Pure Insanity Motorsports, Details to Go, Big T Motorsports, JCR Components, Team 2 Designs, Force Chassis, and anyone else who I'm forgetting. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting somebody, and all the fans for coming out, and thanks to Bubba for getting us a place to race.
8th dub of 2023. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
There he is, folks, from Ball, Louisiana. CJ Howell gets tonight's USRA Factory Stock Feature event, part of the Summit Racing Equipment Weekly Racing Series.
Up next, it's going to be the Sportsters for their A feature on the pole from Shreveport. Aboard the Hitman Design, CGS Farms, Chris White Motorsports, Jeff's Racing Products. Number XXX, that's Brittany Graham. And to the outside from Florine, driving the Brian Cook Trucks, David Cook Trucks. Number M13, that's going to be Robert Barber. To the inside of row number 2 from Heinston, the BC's Deer Stand, Richard's Tire Service, Hair by Leslie Cloud, Breeze Salon and Spa. Number B60 of Jared Cloud. And from Harrisonville, Missouri, driving the Howard Lewin Construction, Original Sugartown Watermelon Stand, Best Engines, Toby's Almost Free Automotive, number 7L of Ethan Probasco. Out of Bossier City, the Twin City Towing, Mills Motors, Frank's Fishing Charters, number 4A is going to be Austin Warner. And from Stonewall, aboard the Camus Electric Summer Grove Auto Care Pro Shift Transmission, Hitman Designs, number 194, that's John McCune. Your final starter is from Florine, driving the Brian Cook Trucks CDR Shocks, number 100X, Jonah Powell. So we are underway for the Sportsters A main as Brittany Graham leads us into turn number 1. Robert Barber will swap lines with her onto the inside, but can't keep her close down the back straightaway. The XXX of Brittany Graham powers ahead. Got about a 5-car length advantage at the flag stand here on circuit number 1 as Austin Warner has now moved up into the top 3. It's Graham, Barber, Warner, McCune, and Cloud, and we've got one turned around, the 100X of Jonah Powell. Bring out the caution here in turn number 2. Foy Chevrolet GMC is proud to serve the areas of Manny, Alexandria, Natchitoches, Leesville, and Mansfield, as well as Hemphill, Texas, by providing only the best customer service possible and the highest quality new and used vehicles at exceptional prices. Whether you're looking to buy or lease, our dealership is sure to have the perfect vehicle for you at a price you can afford. Visit foymotors.com to find the closest location to you, or stop by the lot on San Antonio Avenue in Manny.
Oh my.
Austin Warner looking to the inside of Brittany Graham as we're back underway, looking for his first career win. They're side by side off of corner number 4. And it's still Brittany Graham at the line, but Austin Warner making it close. John McCune there as well in the 3rd spot with Robert Barber in 4th. Austin Warner, the only driver there in the bunch that has not won a race this season, still never won a race in his racing career.
That's what I've been waiting on. Sell me on it, Sportsters. Let's see what you got tonight. We hustle down into 1. I want to see it. And we got 3 cars going at it for the race lead. John McCune trying to get his 2nd consecutive win after last Friday night. We just saw C.J. Howell do it. Connor Cook was denied, but here comes John McCune to the 194. Warner flank goes inside. Brittany Graham still holds on to the race lead. A shot in the shorts off of 4, and that ain't going to do the job, baby. Off of 4, and she might be a little hot underneath the old collar. Holy
Caution
smokes.
flag waving for Brittany Graham down the front straightaway. And, you know, I think there really is something to the unpredictability of this Sportster class, because we've seen these same 4 drivers run a race and be on opposite corners of the racetrack. But here in the opening stages of the feature race, they're all right there battling for every single piece of real estate on the racetrack. It's heating up here for the Sportsters A main.
You betcha. Old NBA Jam style, folks. And John McCune, he may just had the door part and go wide open for him to ride right through it to go back to Victor Lane for the 2nd consecutive Friday night here in Manny, Louisiana. Brittany Graham and Austin Warren tying horns there. The 4A gets into the skirt of the Miss Triple X car. And I tell you what, folks, that was all exciting last couple of laps of the Sportster feature. Josh, we were talking off mic earlier. Obviously, times in racing have changed so much in about 30 years, but when I was growing up at Webster Speedway back in the Gap, Jeff Lewis, Randy Hernandez, Wayne Rowland, David Mitchell, who raced modifieds, there was a lot of great racers. Alan Tippin, a lot of great racers racing a Sportster class over at the former Minden, Louisiana Oval. So I think that's where the name came for Sportsters to come back in the fray. But, of course, this class is still growing, but we're looking for some great product on the racetrack. And that was, you know, you hate to see cars torn up, but nonetheless, that was still exciting what we just got treated to here.
And this is what racing is all about. This division right here is just for fun. I mean, everybody out here is out here for one reason, and that's to have fun. They're not going to pay for these race cars. The race cars aren't all that expensive to begin with, but in a day and age where racing is a lot of the time about the money, these guys are out here to put on a show for you race fans and just have some fun. So if you got an old race car or an old vehicle, something that you can beat the windows out of, you can make some minor adjustments to it. The rule book is easy to find. It's easy to follow. It's very affordable. This is the class for you. The Sportsters out here putting on a show for these great fans here at Sabine Speedway.
There's a lot of truth to what you just said, but you can't convince me that none of these drivers absolutely want to win as well. They're here to win as well, which is another great point to be made in this one. They are certainly here to have fun and put on a show, but you can't tell me that Brittany Graham doesn't want to put this thing back to Victory Lane for the 2nd time here in 2023 here tonight.
Well, winning is fun.
Oh, of course
I
it
think
is.
everybody enjoys winning, so we say it's just for fun. Well, we want to have the most fun. We want to have more fun than the 2nd guy or the 3rd guy. We want to end up in Joel's Auto Sales Powell and Son Victory Lane, and they're putting on a show to figure out who it's going to be here tonight.
Brittany Graham.
Back green.
Brittany Graham steps the right foot through the throttle this time. She'll send him back full foot in the turns 1 and 2. It'll be just a matter of moments for the 194. McCune's back in the mix now. He's got a little bit of smoke coming out underneath the tail feather of the 194, but he is rocking and rolling down the back boulevard in 2 and 3, and that Chemist Electric entry. He's already disposed of 3. He wants to get back to 3rd and come on and take a stab for the race lead. Barber gets a little high, wide, and handsome. The 194 sends sparks up into the Manny, Louisiana sky, but he'll nonetheless grab 3rd in the turns 1 and 2.
John McCune back up into the top 3 now, coming back after the 4A of Austin Warner. Going to try to mix it up for the 2nd spot, as the best battle on the racetrack is for not last. Jared Cloud in the B60 trying to get by the 100X of Jonah Powell, but he's going to lose that position and a little bit of ground with it.
Here comes McCune knocking on the back door for the Bridesmaids Honors down the back straightaway at the midpoint as they approach turn number 3. McCune going to send it up to the top ropes of the racetrack. This time he'll try to dime it off the corner of 4. He will now work to the inside of the 4A for 2nd of Warner. Warner with the sheet metal flapping in the wind as they approach turn number 1.
Almost a bit of a door slam there in turn number 1 by the 194 of John McCune. He's not afraid to put it out there to try to end up one position better. The Triple X of Brittany Graham still out front. You got to wonder if maybe that collision earlier has caused some sort of damage that might come back to bite her in the closing stages of this feature race.
I thought maybe there, Josh, that it could have been certainly impeding her progress, as 194 undoubtedly the fastest car on the racetrack. The eyeball test has proven it. But she was really pushing through turns 3 and 4 over the top of 1 and 2 as Bubber up in smoke at the top of 3 and 4. Hopefully he can get out of harm's way. And the caution comes out that looks like cloud hit fluid maybe. And I don't see anything coming out of the M13 car. But he's going to hood and expire that entry, I do believe. Well, that caution flag's certainly not what Miss Triple X Brittany Graham wanted to see. She had a few car length advantage, although chipping away at the race lead, and he was certainly cutting into the yards and the feet, and had already gotten away with the inches of the 194 of McCune. Again, McCune trying to go back-to-back here on another Friday night consecutive here at Sabine Speedway tonight. Some fluid up there at the top of turn number 3, where Rollo Pilkington is directing traffic. One of the owners and promoters of the Blue Hill Speedway in Greenwood, Louisiana, where again we hope to see you here. And 2 weeks from now on a Friday night to kick off the 9th annual $10,000 King of the Hill.
Some more championship implications for the Bayou Dirt Life Louisiana State Points System as John McCune holds a 31-point advantage over Brittany Graham in the championship points. It's a long season. Each position is separated by just 1 point. But every point counts, especially here as we're past the midway point in this 2023 season. John McCune trying to stay atop the board here in the Bayou Dirt Life points. So back underway with 3 laps to go. Brittany Graham, your leader. John McCune in the second spot. Now Jonah Powell up to third as Austin Warner having some mechanical problems on the 4A. He'll pull it into the infield and have to settle for a 5th place finish. 2 laps to go now for Miss Triple X. John McCune coming up fast.
That there is no doubt. The 194 chipping away at the race lead, but Brittany Graham has certainly hit her marks each and every lap so far in this restart. She'll try to roll it through 3 and 4 one more time to the white flag, this time by off the exit of corner number 4. She'll hit her marks and put her foot through the firewall. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 she comes. And here comes John McCune to the 194. Final time in the turns 1 and 2. Oh boy, it's heating up for the race lead on the final trip. Josh down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4.
Into corner number 4, Brittany Graham sticking it to the middle of the racing surface. She's going to bobble a little bit. That'll open the door for John McCune. He's going to steal it at the flag stand. John McCune, your feature winner. Brittany Graham will come home second. Jonah Powell in the 3rd spot.
Oh, man. After leading just about every lap, every single lap of that one, didn't lead the final few yards that mattered the most. Miss Triple X Brittany Graham will head to the Elvis Presley Boulevard and take a hard right to the Heartbreak Hotel. And John McCune will still and win his 2nd consecutive Sportster main event here on a Friday night here in Manny, Louisiana tonight. I'll head down and get a quick word with him on your final race of the night, the USRA Limited Modifieds in the staging area, getting ready to roll over the top of turn number 4. Getting ready to climb out of the Camus Electric, sponsor 194, folks from Stonewall, Louisiana. Give them a hand, John McCune in 194, tonight's Sports Domain event winner. Well, John, you didn't lead any main event laps tonight, but you led the final one, the one that mattered the most, man. Brittany kind of pushed there at the top of 3 and 4. You applied pressure. Man, you were able to grab the victory by a couple yards there.
Yeah, I just had to back off the corner a little bit and try to go around the inside of her. I mean, that's the second time I've gotten that lucky this year.
What happened there earlier in the race off of turn 4?
The wreck or the...
Yeah, just coming together, just hard racing.
Yeah, it was hard racing. I mean, I just got a good run on the corner, and it just, when I bumped, we all kind of locked up.
What's it say about the sports class, man? You guys are going at it. You, Warner, and Graham there. 3 different lanes wide there for the race lead there for the first 6 or 7 laps.
Yeah, man, it's wild. It's getting fun, really fun.
Absolutely, man. Let's hear about all the folks that help you out in this 194 car.
All right, Camus Electric, Bogus Racing, Summer Grove Auto Care, Hitman Designs, and Pro Chef Transmission. Happy birthday, Lance.
Congratulations to you, man. That was a fun one.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was fun from where we were sitting as well. Give them a hand, folks. Tonight's Sports to Feature winner, 2 in a row for John McCune in car number 194.
Up next, your final feature race of the night. On the pole for the BOM Bank USRA Limited Modifieds from Sibley, Louisiana, the Payzone Energy Service, Blacks Metals, Williams Flooring and Construction, Myers Automotive, number 7 Double C of Colby Williams. On the outside, out of Lafayette, Louisiana, in the Express Race Cars, Cajun Pools and Spas, Advanced Specialized Carriers, B&D Motorsports, number 9 of Shane Hebert. On the inside of row number 2, out of Sibley, the Payzone Energy Service, Blacks Metals, Pinnacle Roofing, Pro 1 Transmission, number 47CC of Connor Williams. On the outside, out of Oakdale, the Allen Parish Mosquito Control, Richard's Tire Service, Slackwater Forms, Luca Bruce Lee Law Office, number 39 of Trevor Strother. Your 5th starter is from Rusk, Texas. Aboard the 5W Consulting Day Motorsports TB2 Landscaping and Lawn Care, Westover Consulting, number 15W of Levi Wilkerson. And your 6th starter from Heinston in the Sideline Sports and Screening, Hagen Racing, D&K Forestry, Race Engines by CB, number 78, R.C. Hagen. Going 7th on the grid, out of Livingston, Texas, behind the wheel of the Pueblo Viejo Mexican Restaurant, Texas Truck Accessories, Yours, Mine, and Our Place, AutoZone, number 42 of Zane Goff. And to his outside, from Marshall, Texas, behind the wheel of the Career Search, Texas Qualifications and Consulting, Rollo's Auto Sales, number 16 Junior, that's Dustin Hennigan. Out of Texarkana, Texas, piloting the American Automotive Box Drop Mattress, all-in soft wash Briscoe Glass, number 92, that's going to be Andrew Rossum. And to his outside, from Glenmora, Louisiana, jockeying the Allen Parish Mosquito Control, Richard's Tire Service, Slackwater Forms, Luca Bruce Lee Law Office, number 22, Michael Stafford. Out of Cleveland, Texas, the driver of the JC Septic and Construction, AOK Auto Sales, Shirley & Sons Construction, McNorton Dewatering, number 84 is Justin Collins. And to the outside from Humble, Texas, behind the wheel of the McNorton Dewatering, HM Fabrications, Baytown Scrap Metal, Sterling Diesel, and Performance, number 1 of Jaden Pena. Your 13th starter, the current point leader for the Bayou Dirt Life Louisiana State Point System from Elizabeth, the Joel's Auto Sales, Benoit Ford, El Fontano Trucking, Brightbridge Hospice, number E8, Ethan Bales. And from Rusk, Texas, the 5W Consulting Day Motorsports, TB2 Landscaping and Lawn Care, Extreme Graphics, number 4 is Abby Wilkerson. The fastest driver in practice here tonight from Hornbeck, Louisiana, the Rocks Creek Bottom BLS Transportation, Mary Kay Beards Attorney at Law, Steve Keel, Leesville Flooring. Number 88 is Joey Shirley. And from Heinston, Louisiana, driving the DND Skirting, C&R Electric, Robinson Excavating, Arlington Equipment Brokers. Number 3R is Justin Robinson. Your 17th starter in the Fontenot Family Grocery entry from Pitkin is the 21X of Zachary Heflin. And from DeRitter, the Precision Transmission, J&M Sandblasting, TJ's Tentworks, R&R Racing Engines, number 5C is Logan Crayon. Starting 19th out of Longview, Texas, the Smelly Welding and Fabrication, Smelly Motorsports, Ingalls Racing Performance 1-3 Design, number 55 is Johnny Smelly. And your final starter from Heinston, the B&M Farms, Robinson Excavating, Kim George Lawn Service and Landscaping, Twisted In Designs number 30J, is Brandon Johnson. We're underway.
Underway, a pair of B-Mods starting on the front row of this USRA Limited Modified B-Mod main event here at Sabine. Shane Hebert going to go to the high ropes and go hustling down for 2 down the back straight on the opening lap. He'll get a run to the back of the IP number 7cc of Colby Williams for the race lead. The Sarepta or Sibley, Louisiana racer going to lead lap number 1, but here comes Hebert in 9.
Williams leads the way. That's going to be Colby Williams in the red 7CC. As Shane Hebert in the second spot, his brother Connor Williams, that's Colby's brother Connor Williams in the third spot, as Trevor Strother in fourth, Levi Wilkerson rounding out the top 5.
Hebert applying pressure to Williams in the turn number 1. Hebert and a Williams sandwich in the turns 1 and 2. Top 3 cars separated by the same distance on the racetrack. About 5 car lengths behind us, Trevor Strother in that limited modified IRP number 39 over Levi Wilkerson. 4 B-Mods inside of the top 5 right now. I think it's the first time we could say that in a limited USRA feature event here in 2023 at any racetrack around the Arc-O-Tex. As Hebert goes to the top ropes one more time, he'll find a big screeching run off the 2 down the back straightaway. Josh, continue to hold on for a second, but the Williams brother are bound and determined to go 1 and 2 here tonight.
Colby Williams as impressive as ever in his racing career. He's got 1 win, as we talked about earlier, at Arc-O-Tex Speedway, where he dominated the field. He was the class of the field at Boot Hill Speedway a few weeks ago, but he made 1 minor driver mistake, and Derek Grigsby is going to pounce on a mistake like that. But he's here trying to get that second feature win of the season, and he's trying to hold off one of the absolute best drivers, not only in the business today, but in limited modified racing in the history of dirt track racing.
The previous lap before the last one, Williams a little bit quicker than Hebert. Last time by Hebert, quicker by a couple of thousandths. This time by a 16.811 to a 16.843 for Williams. As you thought maybe clean air playing dividends for the 7cc of Colby Williams, but Hebert using every inch of the Sabine Speedway racing service right now, trying to find anything he can get to muster up enough momentum to get a run on the IRP number 7cc of Colby Williams for the race lead.
Colby Williams just too good in the clean air. I believe it's going to have to be lap traffic if Shane Hebert wants to squeeze by. They will be approaching it here pretty quickly. The 55 of Johnny Smelly is the slower car in question, as he's about a half a straightaway ahead of the incoming race leader.
Williams faster that time with a 16.831 to a 8.97 for Hebert. Hebert keeping within striking distance. You got to be running scared out front when you got Shane Hebert nipping at your heels, or trying to breathe you down as he exits corner number 4. With his car centers down to the back of that IRP number 7cc for the race lead. With a 55 of Smelly, going to be the first victim, Josh, to get disposed of and put down a circuit. As they roll in the turn number 3, Hebert slips up just a little bit off the 2, opens the wheel for Connor. Strother still 4th, in 5th is Wilkerson with a great run of the 15 dub tonight.
We're halfway home as now the 55 of Johnny Smelly has been caught. He's riding through the middle of the racing surface, so Colby Williams has to make a decision. He'll go low to get by the 55 to put him 1 lap down, but here comes Shane Hebert. He's going to dispose of him a little bit quicker and might have a little bit of momentum coming toward the 7CC.
I mentioned earlier tonight, Josh, that I think these racing conditions favor the B-Mods a little bit more. As here comes Hebert through lap traffic down the back straightaway. Hebert inching a little bit closer. He's chipping away at it off the exit of the 4. He'll swing it high, wide, and handsome and try to find a big run down the front boulevard in the turn number 1, trying to get a win for express race cars in the first night out. And here he comes for the race lead. Josh off the 2 and down the back straightaway they go.
We're past the midway point, as there's no lap traffic immediately in front of the 7CC. Maybe that clean air will let him stretch over the lead here, as he did from the drop of the green flag. Shane Hebert closed the gap in lap traffic. Not much lap traffic yet, but it is being approached.
Does he feel the pressure? Speaking for Williams, you betcha he does. Off the 4, Hebert's tried the ins, he's tried the outs. They'll try to pull to the back deck lid once more, sending sparks into the Miami Louisiana night sky. Hebert will take it high ropes this time, up in the fluff in the rough off the exit of 2. Loses about a car length and a half that time into turn number 3. More lap traffic up in front of which to contend with here off the exit of 4 for Colby Williams. He's working the wheel and working it well down the front straight into 1. But here comes Hebert one more time in the turn number 1.
Shane Hebert put 4 wheels on the cushion, and he does it again, gets into the wall, and that's going to allow Connor Williams to get by for the second spot. It's a Williams 1-2.
May have been all she wrote, Josh. A major mistake for Hebert, but hey, you got to tip your cap to him. He's doing every inch of this racetrack tonight, trying to find anything to put this express race car into victory lane. A late race caution could certainly change the fortunes in this one, as the Williams brothers poised to go 1 and 2 here tonight And it's all Colby Williams up front all the time right now as he works through the middle point of 3 and 4. Around lap traffic, Josh, in the 2 number 1 they go.
A little bit of deja vu there as Talon Willis made a very similar move to what Colby Williams just did through lap traffic last Friday night to secure the victory, put 2 lap cars between himself and Ethan Bales, who was running second. Now it looks like Colby Williams just did it to his brother Connor. 2 laps to go, and he's got nearly a straightaway advantage.
And an outstanding effort tonight. 1.5 laps to go at the midpoint of the back straightaway for Colby Williams and his Ingles Racing Performance chassis. Williams pending in drywall, number 7cc. And Joseph Shirley is slow on the front boulevard, and the caution is going to come out. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. And Colby Williams said, no, not a chance that just happened. The good news is, your brother's in second. The bad news is Aber still is going to be on your back bumper on a Texas 2-step restart, Josh.
Undoubtedly, it'll be interesting to see which line the 4.7 of Connor Williams takes. You have to feel a little bit comfortable if you're Colby Williams. You know that your brother's not going to race you hard, or not too hard, I should say, because you'll be, both of them will be working on those race cars tomorrow, trying to get to a racetrack to race tomorrow. But Shane Hebert is going to give it all he's got here on this next restart.
He's going to throw all caution to the wind, just as he's done each and every revolution. This 20-lap affair to this juncture. As how about the run tonight for Trevor Strother, having an outstanding effort in the IRP number 39 car this evening. Levi Wilkerson as well, a valiant effort. Zane Goff with a good run. Dustin Hennigan inside of the top 10 with Justin Collins out of Cleveland, and the number 18 car, 84 car. But a very fast Sabine Speedway. Reminds me of the early 2000s here. In the early 2010s at this racetrack. This thing has got a lot of stick in it tonight.
And again, we've had a quartet of V-Mods in the top 5 for the entire duration of this A feature for the BOM Bank USRA Limited Modifieds. It's good to see a night where the B-Mods are really they're really out here strong. You know, the Williams brothers have been competitive, but Connor has had some tough luck. Colby, of course, we've talked about it. He's got 1 win. Really should have 2, but he's looking for some redemption here tonight at Sabine Speedway. Maybe Connor can make it real interesting, make it a family affair for the race win. Here is Shane Hebert going to line up on the outside, it looks, for the Texas 2-step restart. The 39 of Trevor Strother, again, as you were alluding to, really a career night for him, I would say. He's running about as well as we've ever seen in the 39 car. And Levi Wilkerson has been locked and loaded in the top 5 since the drop of the green flag here tonight as well.
The Williams brothers using lessons learned from Bruce tonight. Bruce showing them the way. As Colby going to leave Connor, as we'll see, and not counting out Shane Hebert to this one. Be a good time to live up to the moniker of Shady Bear, as he's done many times in his career. He'll send it full third from the top of 1 and 2. Hebert will, but here comes Connor down to the inside of Colby for the race lead.
Absolutely phenomenal restart for the 4.7cc of Connor Williams as he looks to the low side, white flag in the air. Colby Williams has him cleared as they roll into turn number 1. Connor Williams on the bottom. Off at corner number 2, Colby's going to shotgun down the back straightaway.
Brother, how you doing? I'm good, keeping it moving. Off of turn number 4, lap traffic approaches. The checkers are out. Colby Williams wins tonight's USRA Limited Modified main event at Sabine Speedway. And a great effort for Colby and Connor to finish 1 and 2.
Colby and Connor 1 and 2. Shane Hebert in third. Levi Wilkerson squeezed into the 4th spot to make it a top 4 all B-Mod show here tonight. The B-Mods reign supreme here at Sabine Speedway as Colby Williams picks up the win.
So we'll head down and get a word. I encourage you guys, if you can, y'all stay to give a round of applause here to Colby Williams. Anytime you have Shane Hebert nipping at your heels for the third half of the race, you know you got to get up on the wheel. And he certainly did just that tonight to get the job done to the IRP race car. Number 7cc out of Surrepta City, Louisiana. front of the car. Give it up for City of Louisiana's Colby Williams at car number 722. Man, the racetrack was so fast tonight, Colby, and I tell you what, anytime Shane Bear's back there nipping at your heels, man, you know you got to get up on the wheel and get the job done, man, and you did just that tonight, man. This has to feel really good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, when he's in the field, you got to be good. So we just tried to keep it clean and just ran smooth.
How's it feel to have the Williams brothers 1 and 2 here tonight?
Oh, man, it's awesome. He's been struggling a little bit with his car, but it looks like he's got it going in the right direction.
How you feel with this BMOD program? You feel like you got everything headed in the right direction? I know maybe these track conditions maybe favor the BMODs a little bit more than when it gets slick, but, man, you guys certainly had these things on rails tonight.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely better when it's muddy, but, you know, it's been pretty good all year, so we're just chipping away at it.
Let's hear about all the great folks who help you out in this 7cc car.
Man, first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If you don't know him, you need to get to. Second of all, I'd like to thank IRP Race Cars, Pays On Energy Service, Black Metals, my mom and dad, my wife, and everybody else that helps out.
Hey, man, come here real quick. It's got to be cool, man, 1 and 2. I mean, I think it's been a little while since you guys have done that, especially maybe here at Sabine, man. I had to feel good. You and Shane Abear, like I said, Shane's one of the best in the business. Debuted a new BMOD tonight. You guys were on rails.
Yeah, man, we finished, I think this is only the second time we finished 1-2, and he's beat me both times. But, hey, we've been struggling here lately with this car and may have found something tonight, so we're going to chip away at it tomorrow at Arklatex and see if we can't be one spot better.
That was a perfect segue. I was going to ask where we were heading tomorrow night, but so I guess we'll see you up in Vivian at the land of the 3-ride.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Best of luck to you guys tomorrow. Did I give you a chance to thank all your great folks that help you out?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations. That was a hell of a race.
Thank you.
Absolutely. How about it, folks? Tonight's feature winner, Colby Williams, and Connor Williams, his brother, comes home in second. On behalf of everybody here at the racetrack, on behalf of Amanda Jones, Bubba Jones, and the entire staff here, Tiffany Welch up in the booth, as well as Trish Horn, we thank y'all so much for choosing Sabine Speedway here in Manny, Louisiana as your official racing destination. On behalf of myself, Zach Clark, and Josh Bell joining me up in the booth, we hope to see you tomorrow night at Arklatex Speedway in Vivian, Louisiana. For everybody watching home on RaceOnTexas.com, we thank you for tuning in and choosing the #1 alternative from being at the racetrack. Everybody be blessed and be a blessing. We'll see you next time.